In a landmark prisoner swap deal between the United States and Venezuela, the United States has released an ally of the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in exchange for 10 American detainees and a fugitive who has been dubbed as Fat Leonard. The deal was brokered by the Gulf state Qatar. Venezuela has in fact handed over a fugitive named Leonard Francis, the man at the center of US Navy's biggest ever corruption scandal. Leonard Francis, also known as Fat Leonard, is a Malaysian defense contractor. He was behind the biggest bribery scandal involving dozens of American naval officers. Now, Francis owned and operated his family's ship servicing business, Singapore-based Glenn Defence Marine Asia Limited. Now, GDMA in fact supplied food, water and fuel to US naval vessels. Leonard was a key contact for US naval ships at ports across Asia for more than 2 decades. And during that time, he wooed naval officers with some $500,000 gifts, which included stuff such as cash, prostitutes, and luxury travel from Thailand to the Philippines. Now, in exchange, the officers also concealed a scheme in which Francis would overcharge for supplying ships or charge for fake services at the ports that he controlled in Southeast Asia. The officers also passed him some classified information and even went so far as redirecting military vessels to ports that were pretty lucrative for his Singapore-based ship servicing company. Now, the American President Joe Biden made the decision to free Alex Saab, the one-time confidant of the socialist leader Nicolas Maduro, who the United States accuses of money laundering for Caracas. Now, Alex Saab is a close ally of Maduro. He was taken into custody in 2020 when his private jet touched down in Cape Verde for a refuel. The entrepreneur has been at the center of accusations involving kickbacks, massive corruption and also hoarding black money using a government corruption scheme. Now, according to the U.S. Justice Department, Saab and his associates had transferred more than $350 million to foreign accounts. Saab also built prosperous businesses in Colombia's textile industry. In his early career, he had collaborated with Alvaro Pulido, a drug-trafficking Colombian billionaire who had invited him to Venezuela for business endeavors. Maduro, on the other hand, celebrated the return of Alex Saab as a triumph for truth. Saab has thanked the Venezuelan leader and has said that this is a miracle of freedom, the miracle of justice that has now become a reality for him. Maduro himself, with several other Venezuelans, remains a fugitive in the United States. In 2020, the U.S. Department for Justice had released a statement in which it claimed that he is being charged in New York City and Washington, D.C. A U.S. attorney had accused Nicolas Maduro of conspiring a plan causing tons of cocaine to enter and devastate American communities. Now, asked about a deal to release an ally of President Nicolas Maduro in exchange for prisoners in Venezuela, this is what the President of the United States said.
Because they've freed American people who were held illegally, and we made a deal with Venezuela at the whole free election. So far, they've maintained their requirements, and that's it.
The White House has also named 4 of the freed Americans as Joseph Cristela, Evian Hernandez, Gerald Kennan-Moore and Savoy Wright. Also amongst those who have been freed are former U.S. soldiers such as Luke Alexander Denman and Aaron Berry, who are serving 20-year sentences for a botched armed invasion into Venezuela back in 2020. The detainees were welcomed by the U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and the U.S. Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.